The free throw off from Maxey.
Watching Tyrese Maxey grow as a player has been special. He's constantly adding new wrinkles to the game, improving his skill set on both sides of the ball.
Now here's Tatum. Pass to Hauser. Over Maxey. That one doesn't drop. And so it's the Boston Celtics. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a very convincing performance from the Celtics so far.
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
Boston leading by 13. To the middle. Back to White. Up top, Gonzalez. Nothing on the board. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And defensively, man, the Celtics sure switch a lot.
Yeah, that strategy is the norm in the NBA. They have versatile defenders to do it, though, and it's still a big part of how they stifle their opponent's three-point shooting.
Here's Edgecombe. George sets a screen. Pass to Oubre. Nice move. And it's good on the layup. Oubre's got 8 points.
Crafty at cashing in from there. Oubre Jr. enjoys working on his interior game when given the opportunity.
Now here's White. Brown outside. Brown on the move. And Embiid with the block.
You're not going to have much success going at Embiid like that.
Oubre, good. 10 points for him.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Brown outside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. When it comes to Jaylen Brown, Greg, what qualities does he add to a team?
Well, I love how active and physical he is. He poses such a difficult challenge on both sides of the ball. With the Finals MVP award to his credit, you know he's as mentally tough as anyone in our league.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. The Celtics trying to keep that laser focus. Coach Joe Mazzulla said, quote, "The closer you are to winning, the easier it is to become distracted by things that you can't control, things that don't matter. Mindset, discipline, and mental toughness are what separate you." Guys, back to you.
Staying dialed in. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. Oubre, good.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
The 76ers trailed by 11. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. White looking around. Pass to Gonzalez. Here's Queta. Here's Brown. Driving to the basket. And he can't jam it through. Oubre outside. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Oubre's got 15.
A legitimate sniper from distance. Love seeing Oubre Jr. shoot it with such precision.
Again, the miss by the Celtics. And so it's Oubre with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. The defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Outside, George. And Boston with the rebound. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. It's off to Utah after this game where they'll face the Jazz. Hit the road with that, the first of a 5-game run.
The mid-range is not an issue for Brown, and it's just another weapon in his arsenal now.
It's stolen by Brown. And here comes one, leading the fast break. Nice ball movement by Boston. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's his first foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Celtics making a switch here. Philadelphia on D. Brown outside. 6 to shoot. Back to White. Deflects the pass. Over in the corner, Pritchard. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Pritchard's got 14 points for the game.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up, oh yeah, you're done.
Embiid the screen. To the paint. In close, Embiid gets it to fall.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Pass to Hauser. Brown outside. Out to White. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Here's Grimes. Still scoreless. Embiid wide open. Good on the triple. And you think about the importance, RJ, of awareness and basketball IQ. What about players who don't have that, but are immensely talented?
Well, they still have to grow their IQ, and that can take time. Because if you make too many mistakes, it will cap your minutes.
Here's Edgecombe, following the basket by Jaylen Brown.
So fast and powerful. Edgecombe's drive, so explosive.
Now Pritchard. 14 points for him. Outside, White. Here's Brown. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
He's looking much more confident here in the second quarter as far as his scoring goes.
The shake. And it's laid in by Edgecombe. Edgecombe's got 4 points this quarter.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Here's Pritchard. That ball is good for another field goal. His sixth. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
And his ability to efficiently score, that's really helped him out in this one, putting them ahead on the scoreboard.
Edgecombe with it. He's got 6. Shot by Grimes. No good.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks for Rain. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
It's tipped.
Already, as a rookie, Edgecombe has a reputation as a great defender.
That's not going to do it either. He's 0 for 5. Here's Pritchard. 16 points for him. Pass to Queta. Brown outside. And it's Hauser in the corner. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Hauser's got 6.
Has good vision by JB. Draws the D, kicks it out. He's grown that part of his game.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Both teams deciding to change it up. The 76ers trailed by 15. Pass to Grimes. And Boston with the rebound. Now here's Tatum. And again, Boston with the triple.
Good job by Tatum to exploit the space just outside the arc.
And here's Maxey outside. Knocks down the 3-ball. Maxey's got his second basket of the night.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge. He's been off. Still, they're up, so not all is lost.
Over in the corner, Edgecombe. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Now here's Tatum. He's got 5. Clock at 4. Great D that time from Edwards. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the 76ers. It's a 13-point game. To the inside. Tries again. It's good. Maxey's got 5 points now this quarter.
Recognize the D is closing in. Maxey's letting it go.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Celtics leading by 11. And you think about the style of Sixers head coach Nick Nurse. Greg, what stands out to you?
He just has a willingness to experiment and adapt. That's a real asset with some of the challenges this roster has faced. And a big part of why this front office brought him in.
What makes Vooch so tough is the combination of size and athleticism. Defenses are always trying to figure him out. That's why this man is a double-double every night.
The Celtics have been a title contender for years now. So, RJ, what do you attribute that to?
Well, their talent level has been off the charts. But something else you can point to is their defense. The Celtics have been an elite defensive team for over a decade.
The shot's good.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Outside, Gonzalez. The kick out to Tatum. Over Grimes. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Maxey deciding where to go with it. The rebound by Jason Tatum.
Okay, now I think he's starting to get in his own head right now. Maybe he's overthinking things a little bit, and as a result, he's just been off.
Here's Philadelphia. Right now, they're on a 9-0 run. Shot by Grimes. No good.
He hasn't even made 1 point at this quarter. Man, his team desperately needs him to get going.
Tatum, no good.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
Here's Grimes. And Boston with the rebound. They led by as many as 18 points.
He's been held scoreless tonight, really just unable to make any sort of impact.
A three-pointer is right on target.
And what a huge performance for him. I mean, he drained 3 three-pointers in that first quarter, and he's got 2 more here in the second.
Pass to Edgecombe. Kicks it out to Maxey. Can't connect from short range. And so it's Peyton Pritchard making highlight after highlight for the Celtics. And with his work in that quarter, he has 5 3-pointers in the game now. Quite a showing from long range. We'll return shortly. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Wide a screen. Pritchard from outside. That miss makes him 7 for 12 from the field this game. Here's Oubre. Bucket is good. Oubre's got 17.
And that's one of the underrated aspects of his game, his passing. He knows the defense expects him to finish the job, but he just drops off a dime.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Now here's Embiid. On the wing, George. Over Tatum. And it's George missing. Boston leading by 10. Pass to Brown. Brown finish through the contact from Brown.
Oh, he's flexing on that finish. These kind of buckets get Brown going.
Maxey attacking. That one goes. Count it. He's got 11.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Here's Keita. Still yet to score. Here's Tatum. Pass to Keita. Plays it up and banks it in.
Those assist opportunities are going to be there for Tatum, mainly because the defense has to respect his scoring.
And here's Maxey. He's got 11. Oubre can't get it to go. Tatum on the wing. Oh, Tatum torpedoes to the rack.
The quicks of Tatum on display. Jason has a devastating first step, man. He could just blow by you so easy.
The 3 from George. Good on the 3-point shot. George has got his 3rd basket of the night.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing? Oh, man, for whatever reason, he can't get it going from 3, and he's pretty good from there.
Now, here's Maxey. Oubre, no one around him. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Unselfish play by Maxey. He's learned to get his teammates involved.
Well, Greg, we know at his peak, Joel Embiid, one of the elite 2-way centers to ever play in the NBA.
The former league MVP, but when you weigh close to 300 pounds and move like he did, not entirely surprising that his lower extremities took a toll.
Celtics leading by 8. Pass to Keita. Now Brown. He's got 13. Outside Tatum. Outside White. Embiid with the steal. Oubre for 3. The rebound by Keita. And so it's Pritchard with it. He'll bring it up for Boston. They led by as many as 18 points. Pass to Tatum. Outside White. Over in the corner, Pritchard hits the 3-point bomb. Pritchard's got 22.
No one there to contest, so he just drops it in like he's at the rec league.
Maxey with it. Tries the spin move. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Embiid. No good there off the double clutch.
Well, that's what you get when you go for style points with the fadeaway, and look, he paid the price.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
In the corner, it's Oubre. Here's Maxey. 11 points in the game. Over Pritchard. It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey. Celtics leading by 9. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
So it's the Celtics now. White goes in, and he uses the glass on the layup. White's got 7 points in the game.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thank you. Tyrese Maxey trying to do it all for his team. He said, I think the biggest part is leadership. I need to lead by example and lead with my voice. I have to play well, and if I do that, I can demand respect with my play. But I really want to set a good example just by how hard I work. Back to you, Kevin.
Great mentality. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. Oubre can't get it to go.
Perfectly played defensively there. He made that a very difficult look.
Pass to Pritchard. Tatum, that's for 2. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Outside, Maxey going inside. The shot's good on the assist by George. 17 points for Tyrese Maxey.
He's just got it on automatic right now, shooting 100%, and that'll keep your confidence high.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Changing it up here. Celtics leading by 10. Pass to Vucevic. Outside Gonzalez. Now here's Tatum. 6 on the shot clock. Terry grabs the board. Outside, Maxey. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. Pass to Hauser. Over Terry. Hauser misses. The 76ers trailed by 10. Outside, Maxey. Stolen by Tatum. All alone. Jason Tatum making sure of that one.
Want to create a good look? Yeah, just get the ball to Tatum out in space.
And the plan going into last season for the Sixers, Richard, was win now around their veterans. Now they have some great younger talent, too.
And with the help of Embiid and Paul George, a change to the younger players is not a bad idea, but it's still a tough decision.
Now Tatum, after the missed 3 from Tyrese Maxey. The 3 from Tatum.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Pass to Maxey. Back to Grimes. Looking to end his cold spell. He takes it up and lays it in.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the deep thinking jump shot. Gave a little pump fake and then off to the races.
Here's Vucevic. And he gets the bucket. That's 7 points for Vucevic.
On the interior, Vooch, look, this man has so many moves to account for.
Pass to Maxey. Launches it. Traps in the tray.
And even though they're down, it's not on him. He's been lights out on offense for them this quarter especially.
And here's Vucevic. Here's Tatum. Just 5 on the clock. It's Drummond with the rebound. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the 76ers. Down by 12. Shoots it. And again, it's Philadelphia.
I'll tell you, when Maxey gets into his rhythm, he can go all night long.
Pass to Tatum. Terry grabs the board. The 76ers trail by 10. Back to Maxey. Spins. Kicks it out to Terry. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Grimes. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
That's more than enough space for him to get that shot up.
Right side Tatum. Here's White. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. White's got 8 points here in this quarter.
He knocked one deep ball in the first half, but you start to get the feeling he's finding his rhythm out there now.
Left side, Maxey.
Maxey puts a lot of pressure on the defense. Sometimes he can force them to foul.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Boston.
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes, spacing the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
And on top of that, they're getting a lot of points off assists. And it's always a good sign when your team is working as a cohesive unit. And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Here's Grimes. Takes it inside. Can't get it to fall.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
When he's within range, Vooch is going at the rim, and he's going at it hard.
Now, here's Maxey. He's got 24. And they double up Maxey. Terry outside. And he's good on the 3-ball. Terry's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And here's Maxey outside. And so it's Boston. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're playing a cruising game inside, and it's working for them.
71.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. The 76ers trailed by 11. Pass to Drummond. Outside Edwards. Here's Edgecombe. And the dunk by Edgecombe.
And how about the raw athleticism of Edgecombe? He gets to the rim with ease.
Now Hauser. The Celtics working the ball around now. No coverage that time. Pritchard's got 28 points for the game.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
Edwards, no good. Celtics leading by 12. Stolen by Terry. Pass to Grimes. There's the 3. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. And Boston has possession. They led by as many as 18 points. Now Pritchard. He's guarded by Grimes. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Here's Edgecombe. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Control, confidence, Edgecombe showing it all from the midi.
Now Pritchard from deep 3-point territory.
And hustle like that is why he leads this team in rebounds tonight.
And let's be honest, guys, rebounding is about want, and he is playing with 110% effort.
And that's 280 pounds crashing the glass. Drummond bullying his way there on that second chance bucket.
Hands it from downtown.
If you give him that kind of separation, he's going to take full advantage.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Clock at 6. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Grimes with the bucket.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Pass to Queta. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Now the 76ers on the break.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Brown outside. Goes up at the stripe. Terry grabs the board. The 76ers trail by 7. Here's Edgecombe. Pass to Edwards. Richard with the ball. Picked up by Edgecombe. And so Boston again turning it over.
Horrible mistake right there. You hate to see unforced turnovers like that.
Here's Grimes. Again, Philadelphia.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
He is totally in the zone, showing his incredible focus when it comes to attacking the glass.
Celtics leading by 5. Richard with the ball. Here's Hauser. Hits it from three-point range. Hauser's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Celtics. Pass to Drummond. Now Edgecombe. Back to Drummond. Now Grimes. Crafty move. And he sinks the layup.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Over to the wing. Richard from outside. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Here's Grimes. And the basket is good. Now just a 4-point Celtic lead.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. Load the plate. Here's Brown. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And, Richard, I'll say this. Jaylen Brown's often at the heart of a debate about what his true value is. I think it's immense.
I don't know what the debate is. I don't know the difference between megastar, superstar, but he is a proven all-star, an all-NBA player, and a finals MVP.
So both teams making some changes here. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse had to say to the team. He dug into his team for being too complacent on offense, saying, you're just chucking up the first three you see out there. Be more patient on offense, move the ball around, make the defense work. Guys, let's see if ball movement improves out there.
Allie, thank you so much.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe.
Every team in this league wants a Jaylen Brown, a tremendous two-way wing, and boy, Brown can put up giant offensive numbers.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Pass to Vucevic. There's the try. That's in. That's his fifth field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Right Outside Maxey. Now George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over Brown. Second shot opportunity. Maxey, no good. Boston leading by 3. Here comes Tatum. Pass to Hauser. Outside White. From outside the arc. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Outside Maxey. With the drive. The layup missed. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Pass to Brown. Back to Tatum. Looking to get back on track here. Here's Vucevic. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Vucevic has got 4 points this quarter.
Getting physical on the glass and getting a bucket, that's what Vooch does.
Here's Maxey. Light covering. And they double up Maxey. Back to George. Puts up a deep 3. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. George has got 9 points now in just the second half. Outside White. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Celtics lead by 4.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
And it's Edgecombe, top of the key. In the corner, George with it. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Tatum. Tatum slips by the contact inside.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Outside George. Knocks down the 3.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
They set the pick. White. And hit the 3. And it's Paul George with the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
Jason Tatum misses the 3. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. Here's George. That doesn't go. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Tatum.
It's crazy. He's growing taller. He's adding more muscle. Tatum just becomes harder to defend in there.
Good on the first, and that gives them the lead. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in.
And hey, he did just enough to get the lead. That's what's most important.
Brown with the teardrop. Cleared away by George. And here are the 76ers now. Tries the spin move. Vucevic with the block.
An awful swat by Vooch. Showing how effective he can be on D.
Third team foul. At the line for 2, Jason Tatum.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
And really just a great rhythm at the line, whether it's a big lead in the first quarter or with the game hanging in the balance.
Maxey. Here's Oubre. Outside, Maxey. From outside, and it's sent back by White. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. The Celtics making a switch here. They led by as many as 18 points. Got a piece of it. Paul George with the steal. Now, here's Maxey.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
36 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Tatum. Tatum gets it inside.
And this is exactly who Tatum is. Someone who doesn't back down from taking the big shots.
Now George launches it. No good from three. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
At the line, Jason Tatum. At the line for two.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. So he comes up empty, missing both.
You know, I don't believe in the word choke, but to come away empty right there is brutal. This game would have been over. You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Maxey fires. The three doesn't go. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page.
Substitutions for the Celtics.
It's White on the wing, and so it's Boston sweeping by with the win. That was a fun night of basketball, and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And that'll wrap it up, folks.